People will tell you who they think they are. Not everybody has the self-awareness to understand what their actual capacity or limits are, so they'll show you a version of themselves that they believe is true for them. It might be who they want to be, maybe in this idealized sense, but not actually who they are. But maybe they don't want to accept that that's not who they are because it makes them feel bad about themselves. And so they'll share the version of them that they think you would also respect and be interested in. But it might not actually be who they are, and they don't realize it. I think this is important to understand. Again, I'm not a therapist. I only understand these things from my own experience. But I think it's important to understand this when it comes to the way you see yourself in relation to people who see themselves a certain way. You might be tempted to start seeing yourself as not good enough because this person has said that they are a certain way and then revealed that to not be true. You might think it's because of something you did that changed them, or that they aren't showing up a certain way because you're not good enough. And so if they wanted to, they would. But really, what I think happens most of the time, of course, not always, there are some people who do things from malicious intent, but I think for the most part, people think they are who they say they are without the self-reflection necessary to actually understand who they are. And so then when they try to inhabit that identity and realize that they can't, you then start to see that discrepancy in their behavior versus their words. Of course, this doesn't mean you should stay in relationships with people like this. It's important for them to do the work and understand that about themselves. But it's about you not taking that on to mean something about you and your worth. Sometimes people think they truly are who they say they are and don't realize they aren't that person until they start trying to practice being that person and realize they don't have the skills or capabilities for it yet. It doesn't mean they never will, and it doesn't mean you can't have compassion and understanding for someone like this, but it's more about you understanding your role in their life and your role in your life and what that means for you and what you want out of a relationship. It's not a challenge for you to fix them or help them necessarily. This is work that has to be done on someone else's part. Of course, we can be supportive, understanding. If they need help, we can help them. This isn't about hyper-individualism, but it's more about understanding that you're not able to control everything and not everything has to be about you. Sometimes it is purely about another person and the way they see themselves.